we may begin. Uh, Chief Judge, if you can confirm. Toastmaster Kamya, if you can confirm if all the contest officials are in the meeting room. Chief Sergeant at Arms, if you can confirm that.
Yes, that's what they are doing. They're counting.
Okay.
Give a second.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yes, we have all of them, according to me.
Thank you for confirming on that. Now, is everyone excited? If people can unmute themselves and say a big yes.
Definitely
Yes.
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 So, are we up for some laughs and learning?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, shall we begin the contest?
Yes.
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 Thank you. So now we begin the humorous speech contest open. I request the Zoom master to please spotlight the first contestant. Uh, Hello, Toastmaster Anutosh.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. A quick audio and video check. Can you please say today is a good day?
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Uh, yeah, I can hear you. Can you please repeat the statement? Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
Great. So you can see the timer card.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so let's begin. Anutosh Jha, under the table. Under the table, Anutosh Jha. Over to you.
Once a man dies and goes to heaven. An angel was waiting there for him to give a tour. See, took him on a tour. They entered a big bright building and he saw there was a room, and in that room so many clocks were kept, and all clocks were moving at different speeds. Reflex, he asked the angel, what does these clocks signify? The angel said, these are the clocks of corruption. Higher the level of corruption in a country, that country's clock will move faster. That man wanders around the room and asks the angel, where is India's clock? And the angel says, oh, God is using it as cooling fan. It was running too fast. Hottest chair, judges, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Some of you might have heard that joke. It is quite popular. But corruption in India is everywhere. This morning I was driving and I stopped at a red signal. I noticed a guy on a bike came and he also stopped. And then he checked right and left. There is no policeman. And he broke the signal and started going. Meanwhile, he also looked towards me like this. I could I could read his facial expressions as if he was telling me, how fool are you? Waiting for signal to turn green when there is no policeman. Stupid fellow. And he moved on. Now, you must be thinking, it is my moral values, ethics, and integrity that stopped me from breaking the red signal. But no, there was a CCTV camera which I could see but he could not. I hope he received his e-challan home delivered. Last week, I went to a government office to get my Aadhaar card linked to my phone number. I was handed over a form, and that form had a line which read, "Don't pay anything to the computer operator. It's a free service." But when I looked at the computer operator, he was confidently asking everyone to pay 100 rupees. When my turn came, I asked him, "Why should I pay 100 rupees? It is free written here." He said, "चाय पानी के लिए 50 को दे दीजिए." I was like, "Chai pani? Oh my god. If 100 people comes in a day, you take 50 rupees from them, you are making 1.5 lakh rupees a month for chai pani. Oh my god. Which brand chai is so expensive? Please tell me." Well, this chai pani also reminds me, there is a former chaiwala who promised us to pay 15 lakh in our bank account. We are still waiting. Hopefully we get our first installment at least. One of my friend who strongly supports Modi ji once asked me, "Buddy, do you know what makes Modi ji greatest prime minister of all time and distinguishes him from everyone?" I said, "Of course, I don't know." Then he said, "Once Modi ji sold tea to the railway passengers, and today he carries the same spirit of a common man." I said, "Yes, buddy, you are right. Once Modi ji sold chai to railway passengers. Today he is selling railways to Adani. He continues that spirit of salesmanship from his chaiwala days." Now, I must not talk much about politics. I don't want to mess up with the Modi supporters among the judges. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you want to see." We all have heard this quote, but how many of us really apply this in the real life? It is very easy to say India is corrupt. This is not good in India, that is not good in India. But how many of us really ask ourselves, are we really honest? Are we really full of integrity and the moral values? When turn comes, most of us break the traffic signal or tries to pay bribe to the government official just to get our work done easily without hassle. Don't you think we are the one who is providing fuel to the fire of corruption? Of course, we are. Change starts from ourselves. And if India is corrupt, somewhere our society and ethics and morals needs to be changed. Complaining is never the solution. Someone rightly said, challenging corruption is the duty of youth. And as a youth, we must try to alleviate those moments where we are fueling the corruption knowingly or unknowingly. Our intention might not be to do that, but we end up doing it. So I would like to say, let us be the change we want to see and let us make our country corruption free. Thank you. Back to you, contest chair.
Uh, Moving on. 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please indicate when 1 minute is done.
Toastmaster Abhiram, are you here? Please
Yeah.
start your timing device. Timer 1 have dropped out. So
Oh, okay.
start your timing device and Zoom Master Spotlight Timer 2 and the speaker.
Okay. And 1 minute is over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, timer 2, Toastmaster Abhiram. Zoom Master, can we have the second contestant and the timer being spotlighted?
Shall I turn on my camera? Second
Yes, yes, Toastmaster, could you please turn on your camera?
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. Can we have the timer spotlighted as well? Yes. Okay, Toastmaster Giri, audio and video check. I can see you. Can you repeat the statement? Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
Great, I can hear you well. You can see the timer card.
I can see the card slot. Yep.
Yeah, see it. It's a blue color, right?
Can I start?
Yep.
Start.
So, just a second. Giri Santi, sob story. Giri Santi. Over to you.
Hey, just wait. ठहरो. खबरदार, सब लोग ठहरो. Let me finish my drink. Contest chair, distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters and visitors. Good evening. You look at me, the Gunda, current day Gunda. I start my day with drinking. That's how my day starts and life starts. But alas, I have a sob story to tell you. When I was a kid, I was a chubby one, a lot of cheeks, a lot of tummy. I used to go to school. I'm the only son. My mom used to give me a big carriage of lunch box. I used to eat the lunch. Everybody used to grab it from me. I don't know how many of you were bullied. Were you ever bullied? How many of you were the last benchers? I was a last bencher, chubby kid, never studying, always wanting to eat. Everybody used to bully me so much. I had this grudge against everybody. I just wanted to be the bad guy. I just wanted to take revenge on everybody. I couldn't do anything in high school, college. College came up, college went on. Even in college, I used to be bullied. Now, you're wondering, is this a humor? No, there's no humor. It's really sadness. I was always crying and I was grudged. After college, you know what happened? There was this lady, I was loitering in my city. She grabbed my hair. She took me to my parents and said, this guy is loitering in the town. I find him handsome. I want to marry him. Again, that was bullying. She married me for a few years. She bullied me so much. I got so fed up. I said, I really want to be a bad guy. So I just gave up everything and went to Mumbai. I went to a Gunda, told him, sir, I really want to be a Gunda. I really have to take a lot of revenge, a lot of people. He gave me one slap here and said, Sala shakal dekha? Did you look at your face? You don't have a mush. You're smiling all the time. Just go practice something and come back. I went to him, I practiced something and went back to him, but still he disqualified me. I did a lot of research and then went to where? The famous guy in Dubai, to Dawood Ibrahim. I told him, sir, whatever you do, I have to become a Gunda in my life. It's really, really hurting me so much. Then he said, he gave me a slap on this side and said, you know, there is something like Toastmasters. There is something, a club in India. Go to the club. There are so many distinguished learners there. They'll all listen to you. Whatever you speak, whatever you say, you make them laugh or cry, they'll sit with there and listen to you and praise you. Go there and get their praise. Okay, I said I came there. I just grew my mush like this. He told me also shave my head. I shaved my head. I came here. I tried my first trick with the club XCOM and said, you got to give me a discount. They said, no discount, but we will give you a chance to break some ice. I thought, what is breaking ice? I said, okay, I gave the first speech. I really don't know what I spoke. I just spoke something. And at the end of the speech, the VP came and they gave me a big 1 hour class and said, you think you're a gunda? You have the sense of humor in you. Just go and contest in the humor contest we have next week. That's it. Again, I was being bullied in there too. Then I'm here. I'm trying to learn to be a gunda. I never give up. I'm 75 now. Till I die, I'm never going to give up. I'm going to be trying to be the best gunda possible in the town. Contest chair. Thank you.
Uh, 1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Timer, please indicate when 1 minute is.
Please note, timer 2, Abhiram will be sharing his timer cards for the HSC contest, and then Toastmaster Jyotsna will take over in the ESC contest. Thank you.
Yeah, 1 minute is over.
Zoom master, can we have the third contestant spotlighted? Can you spotlight the timer as well? Okay.
Just like to check my if I'm audible and visible quickly.
Yes, Toastmaster Astha, you're visible. Can you repeat the statement? Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
Yeah, you're audible too. I hope you can see the timer cards.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so let's move. Astha Daryapurkar, GRWM, daily all day. GRWM, daily all day. Astha Daryapurkar, over to you.
Good evening, Chief Judge, Contest Chair, and Toastmasters, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you all how to quickly get ready within 5 minutes. Has there ever been an instance where you had made a plan with your friends that you completely forgot about till the last minute? Or maybe you had to impress that crush in that 8 a.m. class, but you cannot be bothered to wake up till 7:45 a.m. Or maybe you just are clumsy and forgot to plan and get ready for your friend's birthday party. In all of these situations, maybe you would need a quick fix for your makeup that you can use anytime, anywhere. So in today's Get Ready With Me, Astha, I'll be showing you a makeup routine that you can use daily, and you can wear that makeup all day. For this, I'll be using this palette. If you can see this palette, this is the all-in-one makeup palette by Rangila. I will also be using these sponges for my makeup. These are named stolen from your neighbor's couch. And I'll be using these soft makeup brushes that are named stolen from your little sister. So let's begin. So to cover all the blemishes on my face, I will be using the Maybe Circle Fit Everybody Foundation and Concealer 2-in-1 combination and applying it all over my face with my makeup sponge. As you can see, it blends really well with my skin tone, and as the name suggests, it will suit you as well. If this shade is a little dark for me, you as it is for me, if you can see, I'll use a little bit of this other color that lightens that foundation a little. Moving on, to get that natural flush on your cheek, I'll be using this natural pink color and applying it all over my cheekbones. As you can see, it gives me a really natural flush and makes me look really lively. Next, for the bronzer, I'll be using the Definitely Not Mud or Chocolate Brown and applying it slightly below my cheekbones, on my nose, a little on my forehead to give my face a little more depth and definition. This gives a really natural look, and you can blend it very well with the blush, and it looks really natural. Next, for lining my lips, I will be using this neutralizing blue shade and applying it a little above my lips so that my lipstick, which I will be applying next, doesn't accidentally end up on someone else's cheek. Okay. So once that is done and you're very sure that your makeup is looking nice, we can move on to this lipstick. I'll be using this very natural red that blends in with my lips and my skin tone very nicely. It makes it look very natural. And I'll make sure to not go beyond my lips perimeter, sorry. And then once that is done, we can move on to the eyeshadow. For the eyeshadow, I'll be using the smaller brush, as you can see. I will be using this very subtle shade of glitter that I will be applying on my eyelids, like so. As you can see, the color is really natural, blends well with my eyelids. Okay. So next we'll be putting the eyeliner on. I think a lot of people have a lot of trouble in this step, and this is the step that takes the most time for most people, including me. But this brush and this color, this black shade of eyeliner is so easy to apply that I can just put it on my eyelid with one stroke and it comes out perfect. I have applied a really thin line of eyeliner, and for very special occasions, you can also apply wings like so, and they look really beautiful and elegant. After that, for that special touch that you will need for parties, or if you are going out somewhere, this step is completely optional. I'll be using this golden highlighter and putting it on my nose, above my brows, on my chin, a little on my cheek, to give that dazzling look. So as you can see, my makeup looks really nice. I really like this look, and I can go anywhere with this look with confidence, from my 8 a.m. class to my friend's party, or even to the club, or or maybe on a date with that special someone. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like my makeup, and stay tuned for more such routines. Also, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Moving on, let's wait for 1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Timer, please indicate when 1 minute is done. Zoom Master, can we have the next contestant on Spotlight? Can we have the timer also on Spotlight? Yes. Toastmaster Maitri, quick audio and video check. Can you please repeat, today is a good day?
Today is a good day.
Great. So I hope you can see the timer cards.
Yes.
Okay, so let's begin. Maitri Deshmukh, my guide to befriend a shy introvert. My guide to befriend a shy introvert. Maitri Deshmukh, over to you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Am I audible? Yes, I am. Finally. All my life, I have always heard, your voice is too soft, it's too low. Could you be a bit louder? And the last question, which takes gold every time, is why are you so quiet? Well, my friend, why are you so loud? I choose to be quiet because you fill the room with enough noise with the two of us combined. Isn't this annoying? No. Not when someone interrupts me, I'm quite used to that, but when someone calls me. In this day and age, if you choose to call me instead of texting me first, you are not a psychopath, you're worse. You are an extrovert without boundaries. So what should we tell her? Thank you for calling. Sorry I missed your call. I was staring at the screen in horror, wondering why you couldn't have just texted on one of the 9 different social media platforms that we are friends on. So a good tip is, before you decide to call an introvert, ask yourself, can I just text this? And 15 out of 10 times, the answer is going to be yes. On that note, let me tell you why I'm here today. 6 months ago, the Global Introvert Association united together, separately in their own homes, of course, and they have bestowed upon me the responsibility to tell you all how to befriend a shy introvert. So, as a former baby, a currently shy person, and a forever introvert, let me give you some tips that might come in handy. First, approach the introvert in question with caution and when you are alone. If you are in a group of people, abort mission immediately. For introverts, the word group of people translates to no thanks. If you want to talk to the introvert, approach them with a puppy, a plant, or an actual brownie for some extra brownie points. Do not make small talk. The only tip to talk to introverts is just a single word: don't. Don't talk to them at all. It's not that we don't like to talk, it's just that we don't like to talk to humans. If I see a dog on the road, my first reaction would be to say, hello there, what a cute little guy. But if it's a human, then my first reaction is to avoid all eye contact and hope that this creature just disappears. Trees are easy to talk to as well. Yesterday, I was going down the road when I bumped into a tree. And so I profusely apologized and moved on. The next thing I did was the most obvious thing that any introvert would do. I looked back and said sorry to the tree for saying sorry to the tree. When you meet an introvert after these initial phases of acquaintances are done, remember, do not go to their house unannounced. And when I say do not, I mean do not. Unless there's a fire and you've been invited as a firefighter, don't. After you go to their house, don't overstay your welcome at all. The next thing is never offer an introvert unsolicited advice. A few days back, I had a major performance
And one of my friends, who's an extrovert, said to me, Maitri, there's nothing to worry about. Stage fear is not real. Just go out there and be confident. Um, Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Why didn't I think of that before? Just be confident. Oh. But unlike these public displays of ultimate confidence, some things are actually easier for us introverts. Take the pandemic, for example. Now, I know there have been a lot of theories going on about how COVID came into existence. Was it a Batsu crazy thing? Was it a biological warfare conspiracy? Was it China? Was it US, etc., etc.? But I'll let you in on a little secret, which is the truth. COVID was a conspiracy by introverts to make the world a better place. Don't believe me? Think about this. Social distancing. We were doing it way before it was cool. Wear masks. Perfect way to hide your face from acquaintances. Avoid social gatherings. Do I really need to explain this one? So now you are equipped with my guide. Just be a good person, respect the boundaries of said introvert, and good luck on finding your first shy introverted best friend. P.S. Do not start with me. No thanks. That's it from my side. Thank you.
1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Timer, please indicate when 1 minute is done. So Master, can we have the next contestant on spotlight? Can we have the timer also on spotlight? Toastmaster Dineshwari, a quick audio and video check.
Yeah, check.
Can you
Today is
repeat?
good day.
Yeah, okay. I hope you can see the timer cards.
Yes.
Okay, so let's begin. Dineshwari Gawali. They can be wrong. They can be wrong. Dineshwari Gawali. Over to you.
You cannot immigrate to a foreign country if you can't speak the language. You can't drop out the college and still be a successful. You can't be a number one public speaker if it is your number one fear. Bottom line is, I hate conventional wisdom. Contest chair, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest. Let me tell you one example. Millions of people believe that Earth is flat, and millions of people believe that Earth is the center of the universe. Why? Because millions of people believe the foolish thing. Doesn't make it less foolish. Conventional wisdom is the idea that is accepted and that goes unquestioned. But unfortunately, it is often wrong. I read in one book that conventional wisdom is the scripture of mediocrity, and mediocre belief create mediocre result. That we heard from many people that high expectation can lead to a disappointment, or a good job is the only source to become rich. It still remind me, my mom used to say, Dimple, clean your plate. There are children around us. They are starving. I would ask, Mama, how cleaning my plate gonna help the starving children? I never got answer. Did you also heard this kind of thinking when you grow up? All of us got this kind of scarcity thinking pounded on us by our parents. Why? Because their parents also pounded them into this kind of thinking. And the chain is still going on. Maybe you have heard that if God wanted us to become rich, we'll become rich. But why the Lord help those people who cannot help themselves? I just remind one incident from the movie, that Pursuit of Happiness. There was one man who was drowning. There is one boat came. The man in the boat asked him, do you want any help? The man said, no, I don't want any help. God will come and help me. Then again, sometimes later, one boat came. The man in the boat asked, do you need any help? He said, no, I don't need any help from you. God will come and save me. Later on, he drowned and he went to heaven. Then he asked God, why didn't you save me? God said, I sent you 2 boats, you dummy. Sometimes opportunity closes the door, but we couldn't find it. So you guys have a plan, or you also expect the Lord should provide this? There are many kinds of things that our peers, friends told us, that high expectation can lead to a disappointment. Your dreams are too loud. Your dreams are too big. Your dreams are very far-fetched. And sometimes we fail to achieve that because of only conventional wisdom. It reminds me one story, that one newlywed young lady, was preparing a ham for Christmas dinner. So the ham is the end of the leg, pig leg. So she carefully cut the end of the ham, and her husband asked her, darling, why did you cut end of the ham while roasting? She said, I don't know. My mom used to do it. Later on, when she went to her mom, she asked, Mama, why is it you cut the end of the ham before roasting it? Her mom said, I don't know. My mom also used to do the same. After a few weeks, she went to her grandmother and asked, Grandma, why is it you cut the end of the ham while roasting it? Her grandma said, oh, well, dear, because it never fits into my pan. And it is too small. That's why I cut the end of the ham. You see, we do only those things where we are familiar with. We don't want to explore the new thing. And we all are the product of past, but we should not be prisoner of it. So choose the path. Don't just walk on the path which is created. Choose yours, because they cannot be the right, they can be wrong. Over to you, contestant. Thank you.
1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please indicate when 1 minute is over. Zoom Master, can we have the next contestant on Spotlight? Can we have the timer on Spotlight as well? Toastmaster Atharva.
Yeah.
Quick audio and video check. Can you repeat? Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
Great. So can you see the timer card?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's begin. Atharva Vag. Post breakup agreement. Post breakup agreement. Atharva Vag. Over to you.
A life lived in love will never be dull. And what after breakup? Dear judges, fellow Toastmaster, and guest, we have seen many people falling in love with each other, and some of us present here and who are God-gifted people had an opportunity to experience this magical movement of a relationship. So let me ask you guys, are you still in a relationship or did you break up? So let me take you to a beautiful journey of relationships. When a boy sees a girl and then he goes into this Bollywood movement. Ek ladki ko dekha to aisa laga. The wind becomes breezy. Her hair starts blowing. You can hear your heart pounding out of your chest, and there are butterflies in your guts. Oh, yes, he has a crush on her, or she has a crush on him. Then you can't believe, but there the boy goes with his cheesy face and uses some of the greatest cheesy lines. Your eyes are like ocean. I can swim it in all day. I think my cell phone is off. Would you call me and check whether it's working? And also, one more for you guys. I think you're a time traveler because I see you in my future. Oh gosh, so many effort that the boy takes to impress this girl. And then, surprisingly, these magical cheesy lines do work. Of course, you people will say, this happened only in Bollywood movies. Oh yes, that means you're single, like me. So, in a relationship, there are these first happy days of love and with which are so blissful. The people share so much love to each other, and they have both of them. There is a center of attention, and the whole world is gone. When a boy for a boy, when his brother calls, "Hey bro, where are you? Let's go out somewhere." He tells, "Hello, no, I'm actually working with my parents, and I can't be able to come at a restaurant or something. Sorry." When a parents call, "Hello son, where are you?" Boy tells, "Hello, dad, I'm actually attending my extra classes." My God, so many lies for just this love. Everything disappears, and there comes this phase, a cringy phase of Babu Shona. Oh, this Babu Shona phase. For example, the boy or the girl calls each other and asks, "Hello, did you eat your food, baby? Hello, did you went to washroom twice a day, baby?" And what not. Then the take starts turning into big long calls. Long calls doesn't mean of 20-30 minutes. It goes for 3 hours. Oh my gosh. Then there is this giving and sharing experience. Oh please, I'm talking about the gifts. There is the giving and sharing of gifts, and the hotel bills. My gosh, the bill can't be calculated because it's so much. There are so many different bills of different restaurants, and they can't be calculated. Then let's skip to the last phase of this relationship because everyone has a different experience. We say when you are in relationship, you often forgive the small mistakes of your partner. This is a blunt lie. According to me, I have a concept called a jar theory, where each girl or a boy put the little mistakes done in a whole relationship in a jar, and when it comes to the tipping point and the slightest mistake can overflow the jar completely, and then there are huge fights blaming each other. Yes, and then there is finally breakup. So to protect my young generation of this stuff, I want to introduce you the post breakup agreement, which is likewise to post maternal agreement, which is divorce. So if you want to apply and if you want to see the points, please visit our website Sapthivo या Sapthavo Private Limited. So some of the points are which are included in this agreement. You can never say anything bad or criticize of your other half legally. Everything that was shared between you, such as gifts and clothes, should be returned safely in a good condition in a certain amount of time. Friend zoning the other half is strictly prohibited because you never know what the future holds. All the bills which are of a restaurant or of a movie theater of who paid as a boy or a girl, I'm not being a sexist, should be split in between both of them. The other half needs to work for the sleepless nights and the time wasted altogether. For mental peace, the other half should pay 1 year subscription of Sadguru and keep him calm. Never disclose who broke up first. Delete all the photos and videos and all the memories. I mean all the photos and videos, just to protect my client from the future blackmail. And if my client have shared you some of the secrets, please disclose them. So if you want to apply for this scheme, you have to pay only 9,99,999 rupees and 3 buckets of tears. Thank you.
1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please indicate when 1 minute is done. So Master, can we have the next contestant on Spotlight? Or can we have the timer also on Spotlight? Toastmaster Swarangi, a quick audio and video check. Can you repeat? Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
Oh, great. I hope you can see the timer cards.
Yeah.
Let's start. Swarangi Naik Satam. Am I saying it right? Am I saying it right? Swarangi Naik Satam. Over to you.
Absolutely. Yes, you are saying it right. And for that contest there, you get a trophy. And to all of you in the audience, each and every one of you who have got my name right in the first go, this is for you. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and oops, got your name wrong, guys. Since our childhood, we've always heard a fun fact. What is that one thing that belongs to you but you use it the least. Your own name. Well, in my case, that isn't the truth. Let me tell you how half of my conversations do. So your name is Swarali. No, it's Swarangi. Oh, okay. So Swarangini? No, it's Swarangi. Oh, okay. Sawarani. What? No, it's Swarangi. SWA. Ah, okay, got it. Swati. Okay. Yes, Swati. My name is Swati. And it is such a torturous experience to hear so many different versions of your own name. I mean, how much more creativity could you bring about in just 8 letters? And my surname? Don't even get me started with my surname. How hard is it to believe that Nike Sartam is just one word? Every time I introduce myself to someone, getting kaparavar atya, which means furrowing your eyebrows together, is an inevitable expression that I get. Hello, my name is Parangi Naik Sartam. Naik Sartam. So you use both your mom's and dad's last names? No. Naik Sartam is just one word. Oh, okay. If you say so. What do you mean? Of course I say so. It is my own name. Having all of these experiences is definitely a very traumatic experience. And to top it all off, enter my devilish friends. These friends who make umpteen versions of my names and will bring about the most creativity that they have never been applying to anywhere else but to my name. Yes, they will. They will make all of these different versions and they will deliberately use them in front of my teachers or in front of strangers so that pronunciation catches on. In fact, there has also been going a competition regarding what someone could bring about with memes with my name. So basically, my name has become gold meme content for everyone. The competition one day went on for 2 hours long. And the winners, Nike Sartam, Narco Sartam, and Snorangi. They couldn't have put all of their beautiful minds in anything else but this. But I have to admit it. Having a unique name does come along with its privileges. For one, I can guarantee you will never find any other Parangi Naik Sartam in this world. It also comes along with some actual privileges in real life. For instance, when I was getting admission in my first grade, the director, a very sweet yet very integrity-driven Chandavarkar ma'am, she was sitting across us. She had her report card. She had my report card in her hand. She read out, Swarangi, nice name, seems very meaningful. What does it mean? Expressions, feelings filled and imbibed with music. My mom answered, nice. Swarangi, it looks like you are on your way to become a great singer. Little did she know, I would grow up to become an amazing singer. Bathroom singer, but hey, no one has to know that. Another instance, what happened when I was in my college. When we were in our class, there was a Swarali in our school, in our college. And now she was an actual singer. She had won accolades for her beautiful voice. One day, our teacher decided to make an announcement. Our lecture was about to end, and our teacher decided to make an announcement. Students, Swarangi has won our intercollegiate competition for singing. She has made all of us proud. Congratulate her later on. Let me tell you what happened next. First of all, Swarali was not in the class. A great day to bunk the lecture, by the way. Second, the teacher left the class immediately after she made the announcement. Third, Everyone around me was looking at me and applauding. My friend sitting beside me was nudging me hard in my shoulder, asking me why I hadn't told her about the secret singing career that I had going on the side. And I was sitting there awkwardly dumbfounded, not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I was in a complete dilemma. Should I just keep quiet and enjoy this applause, which technically had nothing to do with me, by the way? Or should I just blurt out that that teacher, that ma'am was actually talking about that's Varali? The social recluse that I was, I did not say a word. But I have to admit it, the little applause did feel nice. Now I see all of your judgmental looks looking at me, but come on. A little appreciation always feels a bit nice. Now that you've heard my name so many times already, I'm sure you're never going to mess up saying it. So the next time you meet and come across any person who has a complicated or unique name, take a pause, put in some effort, take a few seconds, and mess up saying their name anyway, in the most creative manner. You will end up pissing them off, or they will join in along with your laughter. In the end, either way, both of you are going to have a lot of fun. In summary, let me tweak Liam Neeson's dialogue from Taken. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you pronounce my name right, I will be proud of you. And if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will laugh along with you. Back to you, contest chair.
1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Timer, please indicate when 1 minute is done. Zoom Master, can we have the last contestant on spotlight? Can we have the timer as well? Master Rahul, a quick audio and video check. Can you repeat today's a good day?
Today's a good day.
Great. Can you see the timer card?
Yes, I can.
Great. So let's begin. Rahul, tail curve. Time's up. Time's up. Rahul, tail curve. Over to you.
Are you one of those folks who likes to save their favorite food till the very end of the meal? For example, I like to eat gulab jamun at the very end when I've finished everything in my thali. If so, then you're in luck. Doesn't it go something like, save the best for the last? Quite bold of me, I know. Thank you. But you know, what's the downfall to that? There's always one greedy smart person who decides to come and steal your gulab jam before you even get a chance to eat it. What a cruel twist of fate. How would you do? Laugh at it or worry about it? Good evening, you amazing people. Welcome to today's humorous speech contest. With the blessings of the greatest comedian of the world, Charlie Chaplin, I'd like to take you down memory lane when you were served up a bhel puri of emotions. Time's up. Does that ring a bell? I hope it does. Pun intended. For me, it takes me back to my younger days as I had to prepare for exams every 6 months. Can you recollect those days? How do you feel? Do you feel dread? Do you feel nervous? Anxious? Or are you one of those few people who are fully charged up and ready to go back and give that exam all over again? You know, just in case you want to meet up that old teacher, knock at their door, and show that you have passed with flying colors for that 8th standard math exam. Let's have a look at those days and just remember how wonderful they were. Exams usually don't come up like a monster. It's not a natural calamity. It's planned in advance. You're aware it's going to happen, and it slowly creeps on you. As it's creeping, you need to be prepared for the exam, but instead you decide to go frolic, watch the movies, play video games, watch sports, go to any amusement park, have fun in general. And the main thing you forget, which is to prepare for the exam. I've got time for that. Preparatory leave is there. Not to worry about it. Sure, now it's preparatory leave. What you should be doing is studying, but instead you feel that you need to go and enjoy. It's a mini vacation. Glad I earned it. Well, what's happening is that the days are going by slowly, slowly. The exam day is coming up quickly. And when you should be preparing, what you do instead is start rationalizing and bargaining. Hey, I got 30 chapters to do. I've got 3 days. How about this? I do 10 chapters a day. I'm sorted. And on the exam day, just before the exam, I'm going to glance over the book and do my revision. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No, that's not how it turned out. What instead happened was that you spent the next 2 days also partying. And on the last day, you decide, I'm going to focus and give the exam completely from the day itself till the end of the exam day. You're going to pull an all-nighter and give the exam. But that also doesn't happen. Just you say that and you decide to go to sleep early, having a thought that maybe, just maybe, I'll wake up early, a lot more refreshed, and that way I can recollect all that I read up for the exam well in advance. Great. So far it didn't work out. What gave you the confidence that it would work out at the very end? It's one of those mysteries of those worlds. Confidence becomes overconfidence, and then you falter. It's the exam day. You're not prepared for it, and you need to be there at the exam hall, but instead you're fumbling around the house trying to find all your pencils, pens, rulers, erasers, the calculator, the writing pad, and the most important, the hall ticket or the admit card. Lest you forget it, the whole exam is gone. Provided you studied, it would have been a lot better, but who can argue with that? It's the exam hall, and what do you see? Many, many, many faces who are completely distraught. Some of them are completely scared of the exam. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to behave. They're in some corner reading up, mugging, I would say. And then there are these people who decide to write down each and every formula on the back of an eraser, save up their cheat sheets in their sleeves, and go for the exam. At the exam hall, what are you greeted with? Hey, I never saw this person in my class. Where did he come from? Is she also giving the exam? Wait, isn't he supposed to be in front of me? What is she doing here? You're completely distraught. Exams are a mystery for all of us. Not only are you worried, the whole family is also worried. Will my son, will my daughter clear the exam this time? You never know how things are going to turn out. Once the exam is done, it's all easy. You feel a sigh of relief. You feel completely detached from the world until, hey, did you look at the questions on the backside? They were quite easy. I thought you would have done that. That's where the face turns white. There was a backside. Why was there a backside? I never saw the backside. When did people get even a chance to look at the backside and solve those problems? It's pointless to imagine at that time how things are going to turn out. The exam day has passed. Now we wait for the result day, where things are the most craziest ever. More than you, who is interested in learning to know if you have passed or not, are your family members. Hey, has your son cleared the exam? I don't know. Let's ask him. Have you cleared the exam, son? I'm not sure. The net's not working. The net's not working? What do you mean? Give us the hall ticket number. We'll check it up. I can't find the hall ticket. I'll let you know later. The whole neighborhood is interested in have you cleared it or not. And then there are these people. I'm sure you have come across those billboards. Congratulations to our boy who has cleared their 10 standard exams with 40.05%. 40.05%. Did I read that properly? 40.05%. And I'm facing the shoes of my parents for scoring just 80%. Why can't my parents be like this? It's a crazy time. And more so than that, time's up is the only thing left. But what's really important over here is that how you face the situation. A friend of mine said that if you fail the exam, don't worry. He said it very nicely. Bhai, base pakka hota hai. Meaning, our foundation will become much more stronger in the future. And that's how you laugh it out loud. Face any circumstance you have with a smile, with a laughter. That's where you will find the real warrior in you. And that's what I wanted to point out today. My time's up. Thank you.
Requesting 3 minutes of silence for all the judges to mark their ballots and share it with the tally counters. Zoom master, can we have the chief judge and the tally counters sent into a breakout room?
Yes.
We can do that. Can we remove this timer from the spotlight for now? Can't see anyone. Zoom master, can you confirm if the chief judge is in the breakout room?
Yes, she's joined the breakout room.
Okay. In the meanwhile, why don't we have the participation certificates shared? So, Master, if you can help me out with this. Yes, I request all the contestants to please turn on their cameras. Let's start with Toastmaster Ashutosh Jha, our first contestant of the day. Can we have him spotlighted for the picture along with the certificate?
Toastmaster Saurabh, can you just check your WhatsApp once? Yeah, Toastmaster Balaji, I think we can go ahead. You're on mute.
Sorry. Can we have Toastmaster Ashutosh, our first contestant on the spotlight?
Yeah, both of you are on spotlight.
Okay, great. So congratulations, Toastmaster Ashutosh. Here's a certificate of participation. Zoom Master, so you can click the picture.
Done.
Can we have the second contestant, Toastmaster Giri Sonti, on spotlight now? Yep. Zoom Master, can we have a picture? Congratulations, Toastmaster Giri.
Yeah, done.
Can we move on to our third contestant, Toastmaster Astha? Can we have her on spotlight?
Just go ahead with this. You don't need to get the confirmation for the screenshot.
Okay. Congratulations, Toastmaster Astha. Can we have Toastmaster Maitri on spotlight now? Yep. Congratulations, Toastmaster Maitri. Move on to the next one. Toastmaster Dineshwari. Congratulations, Toastmaster Dineshwari. Moving on. Toastmaster Atharva. Congratulations, Toastmaster Atharva. Our last, not our last segment, Toastmaster Swarangi. Yeah. Congratulations, Toastmaster Swarangi. The next one, Toastmaster Rahul. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rahul. With the certificates of participation shared. Is the Chief Judge still in the breakout room?
Yeah, you can have the interviews of the ones who are not in the evaluation contest.
Yeah, so and that would be, we can start with Toastmaster Ashutosh, I guess then. Toastmaster Ashutosh, can you please?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Ashutosh, starting with the interview. I've just read your hobbies, reading books, and fitness enthusiast. What is that one exercise that you do that breaks the sweat out of you?
I like going to the gym, and I have also lost around 25 kgs of weight in this lockdown. So actually I am learning more and more about fitness, and I really uh, love it now.
What is that one exercise you enjoy the most?
One exercise. Okay, so I love doing burpees. Like we do it by jumping, and it really burns lots of calories so easily. So I just love it.
It's great to see. I mean, wish I could. We could all have a physical demonstration of that one. Let's move on to our next contestant. I see ESC change. ESC change. Can we have Toastmaster Atharva?
Yeah, hello, hi.
Toastmaster Atharva, coming to your Toastmaster Atharva. Seeing your contest profile, it says you love traveling a lot.
Yeah, I
What
love
inspires
to.
you the most? Solo travelers. Why only solo? Why not with a group of friends or someone special?
Like, I don't hate the travelers who travel in a group or something, but mostly solo travelers, it's like my kind of spirit. I love going solo, meeting different people. Actually, when you go with a group, you can't like you can talk to local people and the people who are traveling like from different place, but in solo traveling you actually can connect with them. You can maybe live with them, because for accommodation it's really easy for the local to host one person. So I think solo traveling is better than Like it depends on person to person. My kind of stuff, like I love traveling solo.
See, based on everything that you are one of our single kings out there. So moving on, let's have a Toastmaster Rahul's interview. Toastmaster Rahul, I have your profile with me. It says notable accomplishments and awards, first ranked in college, and you're an engineer. How did this happen?
By the grace of God.
That's one of the best way that, I mean, that is the only way that I can understand, because I'm studying engineering myself, and it has been really hard to do it. It also says you read comics.
Yeah, I
Favorite
do.
comic? Yep. Which is your favorite
Favorite
comic?
comic. I can't put a label on favorite comic as such, but what really stands out when you ask me favorite comic is going to be the DC Comics Batman. It's since childhood something I've grown up with and I really like.
For engineers, it's always been from Marvel, it's going to be Iron Man. From DC, it's going to be Batman. So I
If
can
I were to
just
choose
predict
Marvel,
how
it would be
Batman
Spider-Man.
is good. Really good. He's an engineer himself. So let's move on to our next contestant, Toastmaster Swarangi.
Yeah, I am participating in ESC.
Please, can we have your name be changed? Maybe you renamed for the same.
Sorry, I'll do that.
Yeah. I don't see any of the other contestants left. Everyone is participating, even in the ESC, making this interview a short one. So I think we are waiting for the chief judge to come out of the whole breakout room situation. 3 minutes are passed on.
If anyone from the audience, whoever who is not going to participate in ESC, can maybe give a table topics till the time they come out.
Anybody would like to volunteer? Any of the only HSC contestants have any questions for me? Keep the silent. Can kill the silence in the meantime.
No questions. It was fun. Enjoyed it thoroughly.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gary. I wish I could have taken your interview as well, but you're a contestant for the evaluation. So I'm missing a lot of fun. They have strictly kept my interviews to be outside the contest. Master, can you please check in with the chief judge, because we're running out of time. Just drop in a broadcast message to everyone in the breakout room. We will have to take a 5-minute break in between. And ESC needs to start by 8. We're already running 3 minutes late for the same.
Yes, Toastmaster Balaji, I just spoke with the chief judge and she has told us to go ahead for the break.
Okay, so officially our humorous speech contest is not yet done. We have completed all the participant speeches. We're waiting for the results to be declared. In the meanwhile, I hand over the stage to our Chief Sergeant at Arms for a 5-minute break before moving into the evaluation speech contest. Over to you, Chief Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Ranjit Kaur.
Yes, now let's take a break for 5 minutes. So it is now 7:59. So we will resume at 8:04. Please do not click on the leave meeting option because you will not be able to join back, especially the contestants. Let me know when 5 minutes are over.
Hello. I just changed my clothes and my background, so I just wanted to confirm my visibility and audibility. Visibility mostly again.
Yes, you are visible and audible, and your visibility and audibility will also be checked just before you do your speeches.
Okay, yes, thank you.
We are back in the room.
Welcome. Can I start? Timer?
Yeah, 5 minutes is over.
Thank you. Evaluation rates you against standards and peers. It lets us know where we stand. That shows the importance of evaluation in any contest. Hello and welcome again, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Toastmasters Club of Pune-West is having its evaluation contest now. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ashish Kulkarni, the contest chair of the evaluation contest for Toastmasters Club of Pune-West, to preside over the meeting hereafter. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamalji. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Although the videos are off, can I please request a huge round of emojis and reactions? Smileys, hearts, confettis, and the claps. So let's have everyone send in those reactions so that we know everyone's here and all ready for the evaluation contest. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Well, it is now time to begin the evaluation speech contest. The club evaluation contest provides an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, create an original evaluation team, and for audience to observe and learn in order to be more proficient speakers. Here today, we have 10 contestants, and I confirm that all the contestants are eligible and have been briefed about the rules, the timings, and the display of the timing signals. The chief judges have confirmed that the contest officials have also been briefed. Each contestant today will evaluate the test speech within a time limit of 2 to 3 minutes. After each contestant has spoken, a minute of silence shall be observed for the judges to mark their ballots. After the last contestant has spoken, 3 minutes of silence shall be observed for the judges to finalize their ballot and hand over the ballots to the tally counter. The speaking order was determined by a random selection during the briefing, which has also been shared with the contest officials. The speaking order is as follows. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Shruti, S-H-R-U-T-I, Shruti. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Aishwarya, A-I-S-H-W-A-R-Y-A, Aishwarya. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Bhairavi, B-H-A-I-R-A-V-E-E, Bhairavi. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Swarangi, S-W-A-R-A-N-G-I, Swarangi. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Giri, G-I-R-I. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Maitreyi, M-A-I-T-R-E-Y-E-E, Maitreyi. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Astha, A-A-S-T-H-A, Astha. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Tanvi, T-A-N-V-I, Tanvi. Contestant number 9, Toastmaster Dineshwari, D-I-N-E-S-H-W-A-R-I, Dineshwari. Contestant number 10, Toastmaster Atharva, A-T-H-A-R-V-A, Atharva. And now, as mentioned by the Sergeant at Arms, may I remind you to please keep your audio on mute and the videos turned off throughout the contest. Chief Judge, Toastmaster Mohit, on this note, could you please confirm that all the contest officials are in the room, and may we begin the contest?
Yes, all are in the room. We may begin with the contest.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. I also request our Chief Judge, Toastmaster Mohit, to now please introduce the test speaker and share the details. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohit.
Yes, give me a minute. Yes, so I have the details of the test speaker. I'm calling out the test speaker. Yes, she's there. Toastmaster Bandana, friends with X. Friends with X, Toastmaster Bandana. Bandana, you can do a quick audio and video check. You're on mute right now.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, timer is visible. Timer is Toastmaster Jyotsna, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I cannot spotlight sorry, pin her though. Because of the spotlighting.
Can you put on speaker mode?
Yeah, the speaker. I'm in speaker mode, but once anyone is spotlighted, those person cannot be. No problem. I'll start my timer.
Remove the spotlight then.
If you have your speaker mode on, you would be only able to see yourself and the timer right now.
Okay, no problem. I'm able to one time myself now. Shall I start?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Did it ever happen to you that after ditching your lover or beloved, you wish to reconcile? After moving on with new friend, did you miss from anything from the past relationship? Do you still walk down the memory aisle of past relationship and cherish or curse those moments? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, friends, and my dearest going to be exes. Disclaimer, I'm a person who loves busting myths, challenging the norms, and a true rebellious princess. Going by this, you already know that I love to be friends with people around me, friends with the strangers, and especially friends with my exes. I know that's a strangest interest, a cute one though, but a loss making also, because my CA doesn't file my expenses incurred on relationships under ATC of ITR. Also, you see, none of my exes ever said sorry or thank you to me. Now these rules apply to friendship, isn't it? So love is friendship, friendship is love. So I still can make new boyfriends while being friends with my exes. Also, you can always go back, chill, relax, cry, because your ex already knows that you are a crackhead person. Yes, beautiful friendship indeed. Now, just because my ex liked mooli paratha more than me, I certainly cannot unsubscribe to this gas subsidy. Never, ever. Not everyone can be Arijit Singh or Jagjit Singh to turn their heartbreaks into an art, because come on, I have no talent and my bills still needs to be paid. Moving on. Oh wait, moving on means leaving things behind. Here's my cute narration to my college hookup days. You see, I have a lovely, bubbly, dimple smile. If you try hard to see, you can't see. Never mind.
So I had one guy in my first year who would write English poems on his Facebook wall named Kunal. If I'm sleeping in electrical lab after experiments, Sleeping Beauty poem on his handle. If I'm tagged in birthday pic of my roommate, Pretty Princess in the comment section. If I enter late into the class, voting by his friends would cheer me up, though I'm getting scolded by my teacher. Song in the background would always be पहला पहला प्यार है पहली पहली बार है जाने के भी अनजाना ऐसा मेरा प्यार है हो. Soon after this was my relationship with another guy named Chandrasekhar. Now this started in chemistry lab, where I asked for an eraser to the person in front, hidden behind jars and chemical bottles. I couldn't see his face, but he fell for me right there. Yes. Now TechFest came, manual robot session of experimentation where I practiced alone, but he in a team of 3. He would still leave his group, come to me and help me out to finally get an aqua robot functional. I fell for him when my robot sank in the pool and his won. Now you see, success smells sweet, and so came the breakup with ex, patch up with new, and my turbulences of mood swings. Now this time the song was प्यार हुआ चुपके से ये क्या हुआ चुपके से क्यों नहीं लग रही है ये धरती गगन मैंने पूछा तो बोली ये पगली पवन प्यार हुआ चुपके से. I have value add if I keep friendship with my ex because they are like inverters. Even if the entire colony dooms in darkness, our one fan should keep moving. This reminds me of my marriage, where I'll request everyone to give a big round of applause because I am just married. Since my husband is already listening to this speech, please give another thunderous round of applause for my divorce in process soon. If you believe that you shouldn't be friends with your ex, then Ashish, stop calling me late at night. Yes, you contest master, and Kamya, you too. Not because we are exes, but in general, I have always gotten negative feedback at the end of a relationship. But I always get a good feedback during the period of my friendship. So after putting someone through a relationship with me, they better see a friendship with me because that's what is my good side. Friendship is the best. It's never overpriced. Even two exes are best friends of their common ex. Meri mano, friends should never be like season, but a saga. Be friends always with your ex. Contest share.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Timer Toastmaster Jyotsna, can you please report the time taken by the test speaker?
6 minutes, 35 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyotsna. Well, now I request the timers to start the time for 5 minutes and request all the contestants to keep their videos on. I request all the contestants to please turn on their videos. And I request timers to please start the 5 minutes time.
Time's up.
Time is up. I request the Chief Sergeant at Arms to move all the contestants along with the Sergeant at Arms except contestant number 1 to the breakout room. Please make sure the videos are on and the audio is not mute in the breakout room as well. So all contestants except contestant number 1 along with Sergeant at Arms.
May I request Zoom Master to help me in moving them? Thank you.
In the meanwhile, I request all the contestants to please make sure your hands are visible till you're moved to the breakout room. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Atharva, could you please join the breakout room?
Like, where's the option to go for a breakout room?
There would be a pop-up on the screen.
Yeah. I got it. Thank you.
Can we have contestant number 1 on spotlight, please? To check your audio and video, I request you to please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to eliminate.
Elevate. Okay. You are audible and you are visible. So I request you to kindly pin the timer 1 as well to see the timer cards, and please confirm if you are able to do so.
No, I am not able to pin, but I can see the timer. Like, I can see the white screen.
Okay.
Just a second, Toastmaster Ashish. Contestant number 1 is still not in the breakout room. 1 second. Yeah, you are out. Fine. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Shruti. Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Just a second. So sorry to interrupt. I can see contestant number 5, Toastmaster Giri, in the main room. I request the Zoom Master to please make sure he is in the breakout room. Toastmaster Giri, I request you to please move to the breakout room. Zoom Master, could you please confirm if he is in the breakout room?
Yes, he's in the breakout room.
Okay, thank you. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Shruti. Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. Life is not about forgetting your ex. Life is about remembering him or her and embracing those moments. Today, I heard a very thought-provoking and wonderful speech by Toastmaster. First of all, congratulations to her on finishing the race and finishing the speech successfully. Your speech was full of shades, not shades on the color palette, rather shades of smile, shades of stories, shades of imaginaries created, and shades of confidence. Toastmaster started with a smile, and smile is a curve that puts everything straight. Because of that, I was instantly connected to your speech at the very moment. The shade of imaginary which you created is what I liked about your speech the most. When you talked about the college day exes, I felt I was there. When you talked about your relationship that started in the chemistry lab, I was there. I was everywhere where you took me. And this is the sign of a good speaker, taking us from where we are as an audience to taking us where you want us to go. Fantastic. Songs and stories are the ones that connect with people very well, and you had them in your speech.
when you said that you were friends with your exes and all the stories related to that. That is what made your speech unique. And the icing on the cake were your hand gestures, like going down, the rebellious princess, my exes. They all showed your confidence. Your speech was beautiful, but just like every rose has a thorn, your speech too had few areas which could be improved. Rather, if you implement these suggestions, it would add more shades to the palette of your speech. Number one, you could slow down a bit at times. I felt you were too fast. You were so fast that at the end of the speech, you started panting. You could use very selective voice modulations, like, not everyone can be Ajit Singh or Jagjit Singh. And the third, you included many hand gestures, which were very cute, but I feel that you could have optimized them so that only the ones which would be standard out would what the people and audience would remember. Overall, your speech was excellent. The shades of your speech on the palette were outstanding. The structure of your speech, the impactful story, your songs, your confidence added to the beauty of your speech. To make it to reach to the perfection, you could use optimal hand gestures and talk a bit slow. Thank you. Over to you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. In the meantime, can I request the Zoom master to please bring contestant number 2 to the main room? Thank you. Before we spotlight, I request you to please pin the timer 1. And to check if you're audible and visible, please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to elevate.
Thank you. And please confirm if you're able to see the timer start.
Yes, it's 1 minute of silence, please, right now. Okay, right.
Yes. Thank you. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Jay Shetty, in his book, Think Like a Monk, says 55% of our communication is through our body language. 38% is through the tonality of our voice, and just 7% of it is through our words. So that means 92% of our total communication is non-verbal, and just 7% of it is verbal. It is also known as 7, 38, and 92, 55 rule. And I feel this speech, Friends with X, is a perfect example of that rule. I have 3 good points to support my this statement. To begin with, 38% of the tonality in voice. An energetic and lively voice immediately captivated my attention at the very beginning. So there itself, the bar were raised. And it accentuated the whole speech to another level. So keep it up with that. My second commendation is the 7% of the words. Words have power. It's the speaker's perception of the topic, and it conveyed the overall things that she wanted us to know. So very well done on that as well, and it even brought out the connectivity question quite well. Moving ahead, my third commendation, the 55% of the body language. I loved the way the speaker used her face, her eyes, her lips. She was smiling, and the giggling that she did in between the speech brought out the candidness, and I felt like my friend is talking to me. So connectivity earned a brownie point there. The way she said, Love is friendship. Friendship is love. I love the way she said that, and her facial expressions just uplifted the whole thing. Now, talking about the body gestures, her facial expressions were bang on. But to talk about her hand gestures, I feel there were some unnecessary hand gestures that at times distracted me as a listener from her speech. So I would suggest the speaker to control her hand gestures a bit and try not to use it when it's not required. Second thing, the speech was humorous. So I felt the appropriate pauses were missing. So the speaker could have taken appropriate pauses at some segments to allow me as a listener to grab each and every statement that she said. So to sum it up, an interesting title, loved the tone in which she talked, loved her topic, and I hope she takes my recommendation and takes the speech to next level. Back to you, contest chair.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Can we have the third contestant in the main room?
I am in the main room.
So before we spotlight you, I request you to pin the timer 1, so that you are able to see the timer's card.
Yep. I can see the timer's card and I've pinned the timer.
Perfect. To check your audio and video as well, please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to elevate.
Perfect. You are audible and visible.
Thank you.
Just a second. We have a few more seconds before you can begin. You can take some time.
Okay.
All right. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Bhairavi. Toastmaster Bhairavi.
Thank you. Toastmaster Bandana took us through an extremely relatable topic, friends with X. This is a topic when the introduction was done, grabbed my attention because I have always struggled with getting over the fact that I have broken up and I now have an ex. I have always faced a problem with the dilemma of should I be friends with my ex, and I was absolutely in attention to what the test speaker had to say on this particular topic. Now, in terms of the content, I felt the entire speech was extremely aligned to the title of the speech. It was apt, relatable, and engaging, and there was no fault at all in the content, in my opinion. In terms of the use of stories, I felt the speaker had put in a lot of stories into the entire content, and at one point I felt there were just too many for my own liking, maybe, because of which I want to give one suggestion to the speaker is maybe in the future you could reduce the amount of stories or have a span of at least like a few sentences before the next story starts. In that way, the listeners can grasp what you're actually trying, like the content more easily, and then the content will flow more smoothly. Lastly, in terms of content, talking about the structure of the speech, it was great. The introduction, body, conclusion was great. But in my opinion, towards the end, I couldn't distinguish between the body and the conclusion very smoothly. It was kind of, I felt like towards the end, it was still the body going on and not the conclusion coming into the picture. Again, everything in the evaluation is my own personal opinion. So it's up to you to, if you want to improve it, take it into consideration. Talking about the delivery of the speech, eye contact was spot on. The purposefulness of the eye contact also was noticeable to me when you wanted to prove a point or wanted to show your dimples, for instance. So that was amazing. I felt in terms of pauses, though they were there and were noticeable, could have been a bit more in certain places, especially during the mid section of the speech, so that we could have adjusted more to the content and properly listened to the entire story. Lastly, I think in terms of vocal variety, though there was a lot of voice modulation, the entire speech was very peppy. Even when you wanted to show the emotion of sadness or the fact that you have broken up, there was not that sad tone in your voice itself. So maybe if you could introduce that a bit more, your speech can go to the next level. All in all, great content, great eye contact. If you can focus a bit more on vocal variety and on the overall structure of the speech, I think you would take your speech to the next level. I wish my test speaker all the best in the future speeches. Thank you, and over to you, contestant.
We will now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Before we spotlight you, I request you to please pin the timer so that you are able to view the timer's card. Let's wait for a few seconds before. In the mean, just to confirm if you're audible and visible, please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to elevate.
Perfect. You are audible and visible. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Swarangi. Toastmaster Swarangi.
Friendship is the best. No matter what happens in between your lives, the people in your life should always be cherished. That was my takeaway from Toastmaster Bandana's speech. Just like Toastmaster Bandana, cute, bubbly, and super energetic, I found her speech the same. Cute, bubbly, and super energetic. Now, when it comes to talking about the commendations and recommendations, I have a short SHORT evaluation for her. Let's begin. First of all, S, started with questions. Toastmaster Bandana started her speech with at least 5 to 6 questions. That really piqued my interest in her speech and started me wondering. I started wondering what exactly she had coming up for us. Second, H, humor-filled speech. All throughout, she had a lot of humor-filled sentences and punchlines. The time where she related her relationship with a tax return, amazing. I was down for it. And the third one is oozing with enthusiasm. Her enthusiasm with regards to gestures, to expressions, to actions, to the dance, the singing, all of that kept me hooked up to the speech. Thank you so much. Coming on to the recommendations, I have 2. Moving ahead with the R, running out of breath. I observed that Toastmaster Bandana was running out of her breath when she was talking in her speech. It was because of a little faster pace. So I think that if Toastmaster Bandana could slow down a bit and take a slower pace, her speech would definitely be more enjoyable for herself as well. And the last recommendation is tragic experiences. Toastmaster Bandana expressed that she was going through a divorce. Just as she had enthusiasm throughout her positive experiences, I think that slowing down and showing a shorter or more sadder expression brings out a better show of the feelings that she might actually be going through. So, to sum it up, work on slowing down and the pace so that you can manage your breathing more calmly. Work on bringing about more slower and calmer expressions during the sad part, but keep up with the questions, keep up with the humor, and keep up with the enthusiasm. Back to you, contest chair.
We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Before we proceed, I request you to please pin timer 1 so that you are able to see the timer's card. And to quickly check if you're audible and visible, can you please repeat after me?
1 second. Yeah.
Yes, it is now in focus. Yes. Can you please repeat after me? Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to?
Evaluate to elevate.
Elevate. Yeah. Evaluate to elevate.
Yes. Perfect. You are audible and visible. Could you please confirm if you can see the timer's cards as well?
I can see the timer card there. Yeah.
Perfect. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Giri. Toastmaster Giri.
Can I start?
Yes, please.
It just caught my attention. What a topic. Friends with exes. I have 5 exes. My ex-wife lives just about 5 minutes to my left side, and a couple of my ex-girlfriends live about 6 minutes away from here. Contest share. This is a very particular, very sensitive topic you have chosen, but you have delivered it with such bubbly and laughter and enthusiasm. You have given such incidents as the Tech Fest, you sang songs. It was very, very enthusiastically delivered with all your smiles. I also like the way you raised your voice and lowered your voice. You said friendship is very valuable. Those are all very good things about you. Your delivery was very good. When I say delivery was very good, you showed hand gestures combined with voice plus singing. It was very good. I wish you had also added a little bit of the downside of having many exes, or how you transition between one relationship to other relationship. That could have added a little more punch to the speech, so what I can take back. Also, I related to you when you mentioned some couple of incidents. You even mentioned Chandrasekhar's name. A very sensitive topic which you have handled very good. I wish I had seen more of instances of what you went through. That would have helped me a lot better. And I really liked it when you showed the dimple there. overall, you have done a fantastic job of delivering a very sensitive topic, make it look like rosy and lovely. Thank you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Toastmaster Giri, thank you so much. You can please mute yourself and turn off your video. Thank you. To quickly confirm, are you able to see the timer start?
Yes.
Perfect. To check if you're audible and visible, please repeat after me. Evaluate, elevate.
Evaluate, elevate.
Perfect. You are audible and visible.
May I start?
Yes. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Maitri. Toastmaster Maitri.
Toastmaster Bandana. The title of her speech was Friends with My Ex. I have 3 E's for your speech. It was an energetic, eloquent, and exciting speech. Let me start with 5 observations or points of feedback that may help the speaker in future speeches. My first point is when we speak from the heart or we carry the message of our heart, that's when our speech turns out to be the best in my experience. And the speaker's speech was literally the speech of her heart. Her enunciations and intonations were on point from where she started in the beginning with the various questions, the way she enunciated them, and the words that she put pressure on were really nice to the ear. Her intonations in sentences like, do you believe it's okay to be friends with your ex? So those really gave the audience an insight into the mind of the speaker. My second commendation would be the gestures that the speaker used. She used some excellent gestures, and I actually learned a lot from the speaker, especially the gestures where the speaker pointed out things like from heart to art, princess, and things like that. I think it was excellent use of how we can express our words with more than just our voice, with our body language. So keep up with those. My next 2 points are going to be recommendations. The third point, which is the first recommendation, would be not about the speech, but actually about the camera setup. Normally, when we give a speech standing up, I would suggest the speaker to keep the camera on eye level and use a wider screen so that we can see all your gestures properly and not feel as if you have been shadowed by in a small screen. My second recommendation would be sometimes let your voice do the work. Instead of using both a lot of gestures and a lot of voice modulations, maybe tone one thing down so that the audience can focus on your message. And lastly, my fifth commendation would be that the conclusion was really great. It did not look hurried and really sent the message home to the audience, and the enthusiasm of the speaker reached me through the screen. So to summarize, great enunciation, keep up with the good gestures, but maybe next time, tone it down a little bit, especially if the platform is going to be online. That's it. Thank you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. All right. So could you please confirm if the timer card is visible? Please pin the timer.
Just 1 second.
Yes, please pin to make sure you are able to see the timer cards.
Yeah.
And to quickly check if you're audible and visible, please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to elevate.
Perfect. You are audible, visible.
Yeah, my note card, I mean the
Yes.
paper.
So if you take it away from your body, it would be slightly blurry. So please keep that in mind.
Okay.
Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Astha. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Astha.
My friends have always told me not to be friends with my ex. Dear Toastmasters, Chief Contest Chair, and all the judges. Our Toastmaster friend, she chose a topic that was really relatable, especially to me. My friends have always warned me against being friends with my ex, but I never listened to them. Just like her. Her topic was really relatable. Her speech was super jam-packed with humor. I like a lot of things about her speech, but I'm gonna name just three. The fact that she chose a personal story for her speech really made a great impact. It kept us all reeled in, and I, especially me, tried to relate to all of her stories, and I could. So, kudos to her. Another thing that I really liked about her speech was her body language. She often matched her body language to what she was trying to say. She was bubbly and she was charming, and she also came close to the camera and went away from the camera, and she also modulated her voice. She also, at a few instances, she sang to us to just keep us reeled in and keep us interested in and engaged. Another thing that I really liked was that her speech was jam-packed with voice modulations, humor, so that every time my attention tried to wander off, she would not let it happen at all. That being said, there are a few things that I want to mention that could take her speech to the next level. I noticed that in a few instances, she talked about her experience about with some people when they were her boyfriend. She could have also talked a little about them after they broke up and compared or contrasted those experiences. She could also have talked about how she was in the relationship as a girl. Another thing I want her to note is that she could work on her pronunciation. In many instances, she pronounced some words in a non-conventional manner, like a memory. She said something like memory aisle, but I think it's supposed or rebel, or she said Tim instead of team, so that distracted from her speech a little bit. I think in summary, her speech was jam-packed with fun and humor, and I really like that it was a personal story. She could just work on her humor, her pronunciation a little bit, maybe by listening to some podcasts or something like that. Thank you very much. Over to you, contest chair.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. All right, so I request you to please make sure you have pinned timer 1 so that you are able to view the timer cards.
Yeah.
And to do a quick audio and video check, please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to elevate.
Perfect. You are audible and visible. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Tanvi. Toastmaster Tanvi.
Good evening, everyone. Friends with X. I like the title of this speech more than I like the speech itself. So without further ado, I would like to begin with my commendations for today's target speaker. She started with a question, and not just one, a lot of them. And all those questions immediately grabbed my attention, and my full focus was on her speech. Commendation number 2, hand gestures. Her speech was full of hand gestures. Crackhead, never ever, heartbreak, art, to name a few of them. And third, voice modulation. The speaker had excellent voice modulation in her speech, like love is friendship, friendship is love, or give a thunderous applause. Now, just like we say that we hope that our next relationship should be better than the previous one, with a few recommendations from my side, the speaker's next speech can be a little bit better than this one. This brings me to my recommendations for the speaker. Number 1, checking the timer cards. I mean, how the timer is going to display the cards. Because I noticed that before starting her speech, she was a bit confused whether the timer would be pinned, whether both the speaker would be spotlighted. And then she even decided that she would time her speech on her own, or to check how the timer is going to display the cards beforehand so that this confusion does not occur. Second, I thought the speaker was in a hurry because I could hear her breathe through her earphones or through her speaker, and that she was trying to catch a breath. So I would suggest her that she takes short pauses at appropriate times in her speech so that this does not happen in her next speech. And third, every speech should have a message or a learning. Now, when she shares stories of her exes, she could have mentioned whether she is friends with those exes, because the whole point of her speech seemed to be friends with your exes, because it is a better experience than being in a relationship with them. So she could have extended this story to how her experience was with being friends with her exes. What did it help her, or did she help any one of them, or something like that. To conclude, excellent speech using questions, a lot of excitement and hand gestures, excellent voice modulation. Just 3 suggestions: checking the timing sequence, timer cards beforehand, taking short pauses, and having a meaningful conclusion or message at the end of her speech. I wish the speaker all the best for future speeches. Thank you, and over to you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Okay. I request you to please pin timer 1 so that you are able to view the timer's card. Please confirm once you are able to see the timer's card.
Yes.
To do a quick audio video check, please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to elevate.
Perfect. You are audible. You are visible. Contestant number 9, Toastmaster Dineshwari. Toastmaster Dineshwari.
Contest chair, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests. Have you ever played the game of cross and knot? I play with my target speaker. Before starting my evaluation, I have some pointer in my mind that would she be looking at the camera? Would she have a powerful conclusion? Would she have a gesture? Would she have has word formal? Conclusion is at the end we got many right click. So congratulations to her. We know many style of communication, but she has introduced the musical style of communication. Maybe you guys also understand this. She has very good hand gesture, and you know the key aspect of speech is interaction. The speech was very encouraging. However, you have add more drama and exaggeration. So that is good part. So kudos to you. Beginning was great. And yes, you absolutely nailed the humorous. Conclusion is you have very good transition. You have very good end. Just I don't have many recommendation to you, but only one recommendation is that as we all know, the Toastmaster is the international, and we have people from diversity. So sometimes it may get difficult to understand people Hindi language. So that is one recommendation. Overall, you did great job. So kudos to you, and over to you, contest chair. Thank you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Okay, so before we proceed, please make sure you have pinned timer 1 so that you are able to see the timer's cards. Yes. Okay, all right. And to do a quick audio and video check, please repeat after me. Evaluate to elevate.
Evaluate to elevate. Elevate. Sorry.
Perfect. You are audible and visible. Contestant number 10, Toastmaster Atharva. Toastmaster Atharva.
Dear judges, fellow Toastmaster and guest, I would like to evaluate the speaker. First of all, the speaker was really energetic, which was the key point of the speech. The topic she started was really catchy, that every one of us has a question that should we keep contact with our ex, and she was like, we should be friends with our ex. So that was really appealing, and everyone can relate to each of the sentence that she told us. Some of the points that I really liked about the speaker was she was always all the time she was very energetic and giving the very relatable thoughts that everyone can relate. Secondly, she was really using her hand gestures, which was really helpful for the people to understand what she was going to say. Some of the points that I would like to recommend her, that she would maintain the pace between the speech, and also I'm not sure, but she was referring to some of the notes, but next time she would take care that she would not use the notes and do like give the speech. Third thing and last that I really enjoyed about the speech, that she was really engaging with the people. She was singing, she was dancing, and that was really fantastic. The speech was very relatable, so it was really interesting to hear, and the energy she had was really appealing the to the fellow Toastmasters. I would really help tell her that she's going to have a really great journey in the Toastmasters, and I would wish her all the best. Thank you.
We shall now observe 3 minutes of silence to enable the judges to finalize their ballots and hand over to the tally counters. I request the Zoom master to please move the chief judge and the tally counters to the breakout room, and please confirm once done. Toastmaster Saurabh, could you please confirm if the chief judge and the tally counters are in the breakout room?
Yes, the chief judge and ballot counter 1 is in the breakout room. The ballot counter 2 hasn't joined yet. No, he just joined. Okay, all are in the breakout room.
Perfect. Thank you so much. With that, may I request you to please spotlight our test speaker, Toastmaster Bandana, to receive her certificate.
Toastmaster Bandana, could you please switch on your video?
Do we have Toastmaster Bandana in the meeting room? I can't see.
Not able to find her.
Yeah, she must be by the name Friends.
No, we don't have friends in the room. And I
Okay.
don't have anybody in the waiting room also.
All right. So let's give a few minutes for her to rejoin. Meanwhile, we'll proceed to our contestants. So I request the Zoom master to spotlight the contestants in the speaking order to receive their participation certificate. First up, we have Toastmaster Shruti. And we have, congratulations, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you.
I also found out or have the interest in your hobbies and interest. And it is written that you are very much interested in painting. So I was just curious to know, what is your favorite type of painting?
Floral painting. I basically like floral painting on a canvas.
Okay. So watercolors or oil pastels in general, or would you prefer digital in this era?
No, oil paints.
Awesome. Once again, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can we have the next contestants? In the meanwhile, I request all the evaluation contestants to please turn on their video so that it is easier for us to spotlight you as well. Congratulations.
Host, stop it.
Sorry, was someone saying anything? Okay. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Thank you.
Coming to your hobbies, I can see you have mentioned cooking. So I just wanted to ask you, what is your favorite dish to eat?
To eat. Okay. So that is one of the most difficult questions. But my recent favorite is Italian, and I love baking and eating lasagna a lot. So that is one dish I cook every month. So that's my favorite one.
I'm sure all the foodies are going to get in touch with you. But anyways, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we have the next contestant, Toastmaster Bhairavi, on spotlight, please. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bhairavi.
Thank you.
I can see that your interests include calligraphy and learning new languages.
Yes.
I'm curious to know, in this lockdown and online and virtual era, what languages have you explored and continued learning?
So for I think over 4 years, I've been extremely interested in the Korean language because I used to watch a lot of Korean dramas. In the lockdown, I got an opportunity to connect with a Pune-based class, which is based in Symbiosis, though I'm in Mumbai, and the mode was online, so I could learn Korean from a Korean native person. She lives in Pune. And it has been an amazing journey. For I think almost an year I'm learning the language, and it's actually helping me a lot because it's something new, it's something interesting, and yeah, fun.
That's really amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Once again, many congratulations. Can we have the next contestant, Toastmaster Swarangi, on spotlight, please? Thank you. Congratulations, Toastmaster Swarangi.
Thank you so much.
I can see that you have mentioned, or you have you call yourself a bookworm. So I would like to know a favorite quote from any of your books that you have read.
That really puts me on a spot. I think I would just quote any random, any line that you would find in Harry Potter, because I'm a lifelong fan. So yeah, and that as well as Michelle Obama's Becoming. Every single page of her book is really inspiring. So yeah.
It's always amazing to have a Potterhead in the Muggles world. On that note, once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. So can we have Toastmaster Giri on spotlight, please? Thank you. Congratulations, Toastmaster Giri. Toastmaster Giri, you're on mute.
Hey, thank you so much.
I was very fascinated by what I read, and that was you have interest in aviation. So if you were to think, or if you were to choose 3 words to describe aviation, so what would they be?
Freedom and bird. 2 words. I feel I'm a bird when I'm flying. I fly for fun. So when I detach myself and go in the sky, I feel, if you have read Richard Bach's book, he talks about flying. I feel like the seagull flying. So I'm crazy about aviation. I teach kids about how to fly. I teach how to build planes. I do remote control flying. I am a pilot. I fly. Everything is about aviation. It gives me a risk management, attitude management, planning. It goes in a lot of stuff. It brings me into form in life, not just flying. To be a good pilot, you got to have a good attitude. You got to be disciplined in life. There's so many things, the attributes which go with that.
That's really fascinating. Now, on that note, once again, congratulations on being a contestant today.
Thank you again.
And we have the next contestant, Toastmaster Maitrey, on spotlight, please. Congratulations, Toastmaster Maitrey.
Thank you.
You have reading, writing, and painting as your interests and hobbies. So when it comes to writing, is there a typical or your favorite genre that you prefer over others?
I normally write a lot of poetry.
And is that the similar thing that you prefer reading as well?
No, I read fiction mostly. I also read poetry, but I prefer reading fiction.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And again, once again, hearty congratulations and thank you. We have the next contestant, Toastmaster Astha, on spotlight, please. Congratulations, Toastmaster Astha.
Thank you.
I can see you have music as your interest and hobby. So I'm just curious, and I'm going to ask the most obvious question is, are you someone who is just listening to music or someone who is actually a musician?
Yeah, well, very interesting question, because I used to learn the synthesizer and guitar for a few years, which unfortunately I had to stop due to engineering. But I recently started taking singing lessons, which is quite curious because I never pegged myself as someone who would be patient enough to learn Indian classical music. It's just been 3 sessions and I'm really enjoying a lot. I love singing. I mean, as a bathroom singer, but I hope my voice develops into something more than that. So let's see what happens in a few years. I love to annoy my friends with my singing though. I'm constantly 24/7. I'm singing constantly.
Well, here's to your friends and hope you become a singer one day. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thanks.
Can we have our next contestant, Toastmaster Tanvi, on spotlight, please? Congratulations, Toastmaster Tanvi.
Thank you.
You have trekking as your hobby and interest. So I am going to ask, what has been your favorite trek so far?
Difficult to answer. Actually, I am planning to go to a Chadar trek in January, and that is something that I've been looking forward to for a lot of months now. So that would be my favorite trek, but I haven't been there yet. It's really beautiful. You should check it out.
Sure. So, can you repeat what the trek was? I think I missed out.
Chadar Frozen Lake. It's in Leh.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Zanskar
Amazing.
River, if you're aware of.
Sure. We'll definitely check that out because it sounds interesting.
Yes.
So once again, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we have Toastmaster Dineshwari on spotlight, please. Thank you. Toastmaster Dineshwari, you have your quote based on self-motivation. So what comes to your mind when you hear self-motivation?
When I say self-motivation, means I have written that self-motivation is best engine ever. So I always motivate with myself. I only convince myself. I enjoy being with myself. And I never bore alone. So that keeps me motivated.
Amazing. Amazing. Couldn't agree more because it's the self-motivation that takes us the extra mile. Once again, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, can we have Toastmaster Atharva on spotlight, please? Thank you so much.
Hello.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Atharva.
Can you repeat? Actually, I didn't hear.
Oh, I was just saying congratulations on participant here today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And coming to your interest and hobby, I can see you have photography as your interest as well.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what has been your favorite genre of photography? Is it portraits or objects? Anything that you prefer in general?
I actually practice model and event photography like on a affordable scale for people, but I love to do nature photography, like to click pictures of different landscapes. You can check my Instagram and please give me feedback. Thank you.
Definitely. Kudos for the self shout out and all the best for your photography journey as well.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations once again. On that note, I request all the evaluation contestants to please turn on their videos. We'll have a quick group photograph of all the contestants. I request the Zoom master to please capture this wonderful moment. I'll remove myself from spotlight. Just a second. Yeah. Strike your best pose, anything with the photographers and all. So please. Zoom master, can you please confirm once this is done?
Yeah, taken.
Thank you so much. Do we have the chief judge and the ballot counters back in the main room?
Yes, we have joined.
Okay, thank you so much. I would now hand it over to the Chief Sergeant at Arms to take it ahead.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. I now invite contest chair of Humorous Speech Contest, Toastmaster Balaji, and stay there, contest chair of Evaluation Contest, Toastmaster Ashish, to announce the results. It's result time. Over to you.
Thank you, Chief Sergeant at Arms. I think all the contestants are up for knowing who won and what has happened in the humorous speech contest. It started way back at 6:30. We are 9:30 in, 3 hours back. So I think everybody's really excited to see what has happened. Zoom Master, if you can share the winner's certificate, and we can know who has won. I have been spotlighted. I have the winners list. The chief judge has sent it to me. So if I can have all the contestants at least turn on their cameras to see their nervous faces or anything. Zoom Master, if you can, yeah. Humorous speech results, everyone. Are you excited? So our second runner-up for the humorous speech contest And the third place, it goes to Atharv Vagha. Congratulations, Toastmaster Athar.
Thank
I
you so
request
much.
everyone a big round of applause with your mics unmuted. Moving on to our first runner-up. On the second place, it's Toastmaster Rahul Telkar. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rahul. Request everyone, please unmute yourself and give him a big round of applause. Now coming on to the winner, the person who's going to represent the club at the area level, and the humorous speech contest first place goes to Toastmaster Swarangi Naik Satam. Congratulations, Toastmaster Swarangi.
Thank you so much.
I request the Zoom master to have
Just give me a second. Can you put that on again? Toastmaster Saurabh. Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Can we have a group picture with all the contestants, all the winners? Sorry, Toastmaster Atharva and Toastmaster Rahul and Toastmaster Swangi on the spotlight. Zoom master, can that be done? So we can have a picture of the winners for the humorous speech contest. For them to be spotlighted, we have Toastmaster Atharva, Toastmaster Rahul also the one. Great. So master, please take a picture of the winners. Give us your winning poses, guys. Yeah. So I would, as the contest master, congratulate all the three winners of the today's contest. Everyone is a winner in my eyes because I got to learn a lot and enjoy. And now I would like to hand over the stage to our Chief Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Karanjit Kaur. Thank you.
Now, may I request our Chief Judge for the humorous contest to please share the certificates for the contest chairs.
Hello, everyone. Okay. Firstly, I would like to thank each and everyone from my team who played their part and made the meeting possible. Thank you so much. And now I would like to, firstly, I would like to special thank my friends cast who were playing the role of judges. And we don't give the certificates to them, but their part is the biggest one. So thank you so much to all the judges. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Kamalji, who was playing the role of Chief Sergeant at Arms. Zoom Master, can you spotlight her?
Yes, she is on spotlight.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Kamalji, congratulations and thank you for your participation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have, okay. Toastmaster Renuka, do we have you? Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Renuka, for playing the role of Sergeant at Arms. Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Then we have our timer one, Toastmaster Jyotsna Mehta. Do we? Yes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyotsna, for playing the role of timer one. And thank you so much to be a part of it. Thank you so much. Then we have Toastmaster Abhiram. Can we have him? Toastmaster Abhiram, can you switch on your camera if it's possible? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhiram, for playing the role of timer and being a part of our team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Then can we have Toastmaster Heshma? Toastmaster Heshma. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Heshma, for playing the role of ballot counter 1 and being a part of our team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And can we have Toastmaster Abhijit Roy?
He's left for another meeting actually.
Okay, no problem. So I will, okay, for Toastmaster Abhijit Roy for playing the role of ballot counter 2. Thank you so much. Then can we have Toastmaster Saurabh? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurabh, for taking the role of Zoom Master. It was quite a big role. And thank you so much to be a part of our team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, this was supposed to be done by Toastmaster Mohit. So Toastmaster Mohit, you can take over the stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Kamya. Hi, everyone. So I would be presenting the certificate of contest chair. So the first one is for Toastmaster Balaji for being the contest chair for Humorous speech contest. So can we spotlight Balaji? Yes, he's there. Thank you, Balaji, for playing this role so efficiently, and it was fun to have you over. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And the next one goes to the contest chair of evaluation speech contest. It goes to Toastmaster Ashish. So thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ashish, for joining today's meeting and helping us with the contest. Yes. So we are done with
So this is when we get to the results of the evaluation contest. So meanwhile, the Zoom Master presents the screen. So let me tell and be perfectly honest that I have enjoyed every moment here as your contest chair today. So hearing the effective evaluations and the wonderful enthusiasm the contestants have shown. A big thank you to all the contest officials and the club members for giving me this opportunity to be the contest chair here today. And without further ado, let me get to the main part, that is results. So here in the third place, we have Toastmaster Swarangi Naiksar. Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Swarangi Naiksar. Congratulations. In the second place, we have...
Just a second, can you go behind Saurabh? Sorry. Yeah, done.
In the second place, we have Toastmaster Tanvi Kasande. Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Tanvi and congratulations. And the winner of this evaluation speech contest and someone who would be representing Toastmasters Club of Pune-West at the area level contest is Toastmaster Shruti Gandhi. Congratulations. Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Shruti. And keep that applause, continue the applause for all the winners and the contestants today, because it has been a tremendously amazing and interesting contest today. So congratulations to every contestant and role player here today. And with that, I would like to hand it over back to the Chief Sergeant at Arms. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The results are out. and we are at the close of the contest. Now, I hand over the stage to the presiding officer. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
So now, I hand over the stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Swarangi. I think I have pronounced your name correctly. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. I guess a trophy goes to you too as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And it's already 9:40, so I won't take much of your time. But come on, everyone, we are 28 of us in the room and we can see only around 7 to 8 of us. So it's Toastmasters, we're here to talk with each other. So come on, please keep your videos on just for the next 5 minutes, please. Yeah, thank you so much. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And it has been, I can assure you, it has been a long time since this contest has been in its process. But first of all, thank you so much to our chief judges, Toastmaster Kamya and Toastmaster Mohit. They have put in a lot of effort in this since the past 2 weeks, and right from handling with all of the role players. So Toastmaster, Zoom Master, Toastmaster Saurabh, can we have their certificates? Yes. So we have Toastmaster Kamya. Thank you. She's not getting, I can't spotlight her, but yeah, anyways, done. So yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Kamya, for taking up the role so energetically. I saw your enthusiasm right on the second day itself and completing with all the role players just within 2 days. So thank you so much for doing this. And next we have Toastmaster Mohit. Can we have him on spotlight? Yes. Thank you so much for taking up this role and fulfilling it and having had this contest so smoothly gone ahead. Really, kudos to you. Thank you so much for having this at TMCP West. And yeah, we can stop the screen sharing. So yes, because of the chief judges, of course, but thank you to all of the role players for fulfilling these roles really smoothly and making sure that the contest goes on in a smooth manner. To all of the secret judges as well, who were friends, and I was confused in the beginning, but I hope you found that amount of humor in our contest today. And kudos to all of the participants here today who took up this. You have to get over a lot of guts when you want to participate in a contest, but you guys did it and you are done with giving the speech. So I am sure you are feeling very much fulfilled and proud of yourself right now. So thank you so much, everyone, for participating so enthusiastically. And that's it from, yeah. And do we have Toastmaster Vandana in the room?
No, we don't. No, we have.
I think she's their friend.
Yeah, she's there. Our friend, our common friend, who she calls as ex, but no, we have friend.
Okay, I think she left again.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, but I think every single evaluation mentioned that she is a very bubbly person. So kudos to her as well for doing this. So yes, thank you so much for all of you for being here, for spending your time here. And even though it's going a lot of overtime, I am sure that you had a lot of, you enjoyed this contest. And that's it for today. I adjourn the meeting. Hope you had a great time and have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you